That's what's so sweet about this. You know, Linda saw the patients not as they were, but as they could be. It's reported that when people saw the David back in the 1500s, they would ask Michelangelo, just, how did you do this? And his answer was apparently always the same, that he saw David trapped in the marble. And so it was with Linda. She saw these patients in a way that they had never envisioned themselves being healthy and intact and well, and stewarded them into that new format. Armed with those early successes, now more recently, Linda has come to start her own company called Intimo Health, and she is leading us into really new domains of risk effacement, no longer confined to doctors' offices and clinics. So now under Linda's tutelage, the giant eagles of the world and the grocery stores will be sampling telomere length and so forth. So we really will then bring the mountain to Mohammed. Once the beat poet Allen Ginsberg was asked, how do you feel living here in obscurity in New York City when your student Bob Dylan owns the building that you live in? And Mr. Ginsberg made the comment that it's the mark of a good teacher to be surpassed by his student. And so it is for all of us as physicians that have worked with Linda. We now follow her lead. You know, in past eras, great nurses have provided great care for their patients. But in this new era, it's interesting to think that nurses will define great care for their patients. And this is the career that Linda Gordon has sculpted over all these years. But because of this award, that will no longer occur in obscurity or in a way that all of us here together might have been at risk for having missed. So I'd like to ask all this group here to join me in fixing our gaze tonight on this year's Marianne Scully Award winner. And I'd like to ask you to warmly welcome my friend and my partner, Linda Susan Gordon.
Thank you, Brian. And before I get into my minute speech, I want to thank my husband and my family for being here tonight. They've supported me through all of my projects, and sometimes to, I've sacrificed time with them, and my husband has always been there to support me in my profession. So thank you, Mark. Brian told me to savor this moment, so it was really nice to look out over the room tonight in the beautiful colors and the wonderful textiles. And as I look out over the crowd, I see a lot of faces here tonight that I've known over the past 30 years. And those faces have provided some of the best cardiovascular care known in the country and provided the Pittsburgh community with exceptional care. The past 30 years that I've been working in cardiology has been an amazing transformation, from coronary bypass surgery to angioplasty, coronary artery stenting, and implantable defibrillators. To witness all of this happening in our own backyard has been an amazing transition. But quietly, behind all of the technology, the clinical trials have shown that providing people with statin therapy, aspirin therapy, controlling blood pressure, and healthy lifestyle, that we've actually been able to halt and even regress the progression of heart disease. I've spent the past 10 years working on closing the gap between technology and providing prevention. So I'd like to see through the American Heart Association that we as a community in Pittsburgh can combine the technology and the prevention and provide the people here in our community with the best cardiovascular care. 8 nurses were nominated tonight for this award, and they were all equally deserving. I know that they would want me to tell you to know your blood pressure, know your cholesterol, live a healthy lifestyle, And if you all do that for yourself and your family, I know I'll have had the best office visit I've ever had. So thank you again for coming, and please have a good time tonight.